level 20 upgrade. So today I'm going to be installing the Traxxas Stampede 4x4 Lightbar. Guys, this upgrade was made possible by my Patreons. Thank you guys a ton. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and check it out. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip this open, and yeah, I'm going to have to cut it. That's no problem. Got some scissors. Okay, we have the instructions, of course, screws, the LEDs themselves, and of course a light bar. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get these installed. So the first thing to do is to remove the wire tie down for the waterproof receiver box. It's held down with 2 screws. Once you get that out of the way, it's time to go ahead and remove the top of the box. It's held down with 2 other screws. Once that's taken care of, I need to remove the last 2 screws that hold it down to the chassis, 1 on each side. Next up, I need to go ahead and remove the front bumper. It's held on with 5 screws. We have 2 on top, and then 3 more on the bottom. After that, we can go ahead and slide the front bumper off. Now we can go ahead and put the light bar together. All I have to do is literally snap these LEDs right into position. Once that's taken care of, I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into position into the bumper. You'll see that there are already 2 holes in the front bumper for you to go ahead and line this up with the light bar. Now we're going to go ahead and put in these 2 screws. Once that's all taken care of, now we can go ahead and reinstall it into the chassis. First, we're just going to slide it into position and make sure that this slides perfectly into the front diff housing, just like that. And we're going to start off by reinstalling the 3 screws on the bottom. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get the wire and feed it through the shock tower, and then we're going to install this wire brace, which is provided with the kit. All you're going to do is lay it across the wires and then use those last 2 screws to hold it down. Just make sure that you don't pinch the wires. You want them to go inside the center groove. Now, on the inside and the front of the chassis, you're going to see this center hole. That's for this last brace. And you're going to use the shortest screw that they give you to go ahead and screw that in. Next up, you're going to go ahead and get the wire that connects to the receiver box, plug that in, and then you're going to snap that right into the brace. With that taken care of, you can go ahead and get the bottom of the waterproof receiver box, and then you're just going to put that back on the chassis and reinstall it with the 2 screws that go on each side. Next up, you're going to go ahead and get the wire that plugs in the LEDs. You're going to feed it through this hole in the waterproof receiver box. And then you're going to plug it into the battery slot that's on the top slot of the receiver. Once that's plugged in, you're going to go ahead and reinstall the top of the waterproof receiver box. Just make sure that it lays flat with the seal and it does not pinch any of the wires. Once you got it laying down flat without pinching those wires, you can go ahead and reinstall those 2 screws. Once that's taken care of, you can go ahead and slide all the wires into the proper groove. Then push all the excess of the wires into the waterproof receiver box. Once that's taken care of, you can go ahead and reattach the wire tie down. And there you have it. It is finally installed. Very simple setup, but it works. Now, once you plug a battery in and turn on the RC, the LEDs will come on as well. Here's before, and here is after. Guys, I have to admit, these look good. And they don't rub up against the body, so I have no issues with it. Oh. Why they don't include this with the very get-go, I don't know, but these are made for the Stampede. And that's it for this upgrade, guys. Thanks again to the patrons that made this upgrade possible. And that was Reaper's level 20 upgrade.